How you can ratchet down risk to increase business value. Hi, I'm Josh Horn with Horn Valuation. I help business owners and attorneys with business valuation and building business value. Simple equation: increase the value of your business. Cash flows divided by risk. I've talked about cash flow. What about risk? If you decrease the risk of owning your business, you can also increase the value. I stopped and thought about this. What would be the easiest way to talk about this and things that you can attack in your business? Most powerful things. Either whether you're dealing with an existing business or whether you were going to build a business from scratch. What would you do? And the quote that inspired me is from Tim Ferriss, who wrote the 4-Hour Work Week. And one of the things I've continued to go back to is something he said, which was, what would this look like if it were easy? So if you're struggling with your business, if you're having challenges, what would it look like if you stepped back and made it easier? Well, a few of the things that I think challenge us in our businesses are: 1, we get sucked into everything. 2, we have uneven cash flow. And 3, we have cutthroat competition. So let's flip those on its head. Make the business operationally irrelevant without you. And you say, well, easier said than done, Josh. Yeah, it is easier said than done. But I want you to, because I have spoken about this at length before, one of the things I want you to make sure you have done, if you haven't already, because if you haven't, you have no excuse for not dealing with this. Have you written down the tasks that you do that can be delegated to someone else in your business? And have you started the process of offloading those tasks? And even before you get to that, have you eliminated the things you're doing as an owner-manager that are adding no value? I want you to pretend like you're not ever going to come to the office again. Or, as pointed out in Tim Ferriss's book, what if you only had a couple hours to work a day because you had a health problem? What would you do to solve that problem? That's how you become operationally irrelevant. Another story comes from a mentor of mine in the business valuation profession. He said something which hit me like a gut punch. Is he said, I always tell people, if they say they can't do this in what I do, that they don't have the right people. Ouch. And that is really true. Meanwhile, he's traveling the world and his business is still largely on autopilot. Now, I don't think that it's realistic to assume that anyone owning a business is not going to have to be there, at least to develop the vision for the future of the business. But how much time are you spending on that? Probably not enough. What else? How do you get there? One way could you get there? I think one of the best ways is to develop an annuity subscription type business where the cash flow is coming in continually. This is why businesses typically like accounting practices, financial planning practices, dental practices, they tend to have lower built-in risk because the cash flows are coming in continually. You can do this, but be careful of a trap that I see sometimes, because it's not enough to just have an annuity subscription type business. It has to be one that is profitable and ideally where the customers are not too old, where they're going to disappear. So this is something I've actually seen, unfortunately, in the accounting business. You don't want to buy a book of business, however you define that, where the average age of the client or customer is so old that that cash flow stream is going to disappear. That's not as valuable as one where the customer base is younger and one where the profitability is high. How can you get that high profitability? That brings me to the third thing, which is be a category of one. That's niching. That is getting out of what's called the red ocean. If you've ever read the book Blue Ocean, I highly recommend you read the book Blue Ocean Strategy. Most of us, unfortunately, do what we were trained to do. Go into the trade that we understand with all the other competitors. Think about ways that you can niche down to become so good, so great at what you do that it is very difficult to copy. And in fact, you become so sought after that you become the category of one. And by doing this, you can build your profitability and lower the risk in your business. These are 3 of the things you can work on to ratchet down the risk in your business and increase the business value. This is Josh Horn, CPA of Horn Valuation. Have a great day. Bye.